So far, a long time we have not conducted any program on the Facebook and this YouTube or any social media live. But I thought I should do some glimpse over the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita today. So we have started 1 minute Bhagavad Gita in Hindi, English, and Marathi language. You can listen also. The videos are there on this YouTube and Facebook too. So, regarding Bhagavad Gita, I think we have discussed the first verse of Bhagavad Gita on this YouTube also. I think it may be in Marathi or in Hindi language, but not in English. So, we will start the Bhagavad Gita's first shloka. Okay, so before that, we should recite some Mangala Charan. Okay. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्वेतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत विषय नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपति गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, regarding the Bhagavad Gita, so what is the literal meaning of the word Bhagavad Gita? Suppose if someone asks you, what is the meaning of this word Bhagavad Gita? So, this Bhagavata means Bhagavan and Gita means song. So, Bhagavad Gita literally means a song of God. So the next question may be, what is the place of this Bhagavad Gita in the entire Vedic literature? Where can this Bhagavad Gita be found in the Vedic literature? So Bhagavad Gita we can find in, it is a part of Mahabharata. So Mahabharata, there are 18 parvas in the Mahabharata. So parva means you can consider as a canto, a big section. It is not a chapter. Huh? So there are 18 parvas under the Mahabharata, like Adi Parva, Sabha Parva, and there is Bhishma Parva, Karna Parva, Drona Parva, Maushala Parva. There are 18 parvas, and surprisingly, Bhagavad Gita also contains 18 chapters, and the war which fought on the Kurukshetra, that was also of 18 days. So this 18 number is very, nice number. So there are 18 parvas in the Mahabharata, and under the Bhishma Parva, I think from chapter 22 or 23 to 46 something, these 18 chapters under the Bhishma Parva is nothing but Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita means song of God. But what is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? Suppose if someone asks you, within 2-3 words, you tell me what is Bhagavad Gita teaches. So if you see the first verse of Bhagavad Gita, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim akurvata sanjaya. So the first Sanskrit word Dharma kshetra, if you break down this word, Dharma and kshetra. So Dharma, so the Bhagavad Gita talks about Dharma. Actually, there are so many subjects matter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita talks about karma, sakama karma, nishkama karma. Then dhyana yoga, ashtanga yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. But if you have to tell someone within a two word about the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita, so that is dharma. So Bhagavad Gita is speaking about dharma. So what is the dharma? So nowadays, this the term religion and dharma, they are using interchangeably. Huh? So exactly, the dharma is a Sanskrit word, religion is an English word, and there is a difference. So religion means a kind of faith. If you have a faith in particular religion, and the faith kind of faith means religion. So suppose if you have a faith on a religion today, your faith may goes to B religion, it may goes to C religion, it may goes to D religion. So the faith get changes. But the dharma cannot be changed. Just you can think, suppose you have a faith on a religion, and your faith may wander, it may go on to the B, may go on to the C, D, E, F, whatever, n number. The religion changes, but dharma cannot be changed. Although these two terms are used interchangeably today, but dharma means inseparable nature. Dharma means inseparable nature of the particular substance. Just we can take an example of water. So what is the inseparable characteristic of the water? You can think about water immediately. The picture of water may come in front of you. The characteristic of that is liquidity. Whenever you think of water, the characteristic of liquidity comes in front of you. So water we can drink. Now this is the inseparable nature, inseparable characteristic of water, liquidity. If you freeze this water, then it turns into ice. That ice is not water, because the liquidity, the nature has changed. You cannot drink ice. So the inseparable characteristic of the water is liquidity, and that is the dharma. You can take an example of a sugar. So sweetness is a quality of sugar. So if you remove the sweetness, then what remained, how can we call it as a sugar? Because whenever you say sugar, there must be sweetness. Similarly of salt, whenever you say salt, there must be saltiness. If you remove that characteristic from the salt, it no longer be a salt. Similarly, the inseparable characteristic of the particular substance, that is the dharma of that substance. Similarly, what is our inseparable quality? What do you think? We have many qualities, characteristics, but the characteristic which cannot be separated from the living entities, what is that characteristic? Is dharma of that living entity. So we have an innate tendency to serve someone, to love someone, to be loved by someone. You can think. We cannot be, live without fraction. We always serving someone, and we have that tendency that somebody should love me, I should love somebody. That is our characteristic. So we are, so if I'm man, if I'm husband, then I serve my wife, I may serve my children, a son, daughters. If someone is a wife, she serves his husband, she serves his child, his children. Or if we do not possess anything, we keep pet dog or pet cat, and then we render service. So service is our eternal quality. Whatever position you may be in a very high government position, maybe, but still service is there. You can take any example. Doctor, nurse, whatever position he may be, but she or he is serving, giving service to humanity. Even you can take an example of CM, PM, they are also giving service. So service is eternal nature. And loving tendency, even you can take example of A cow, when she gives birth to calf, you can observe how she cares that calf. That innate tendency is there. So this to love and to be loved by someone and to serve, this tendency, hmm, we have to place in a right context. Now we are hankering after happiness. Everyone wants happiness in their lives. Everyone. But they don't know where the exact happiness lies. They don't know the platform. Where can we get that happiness? We are searching something which is not on that platform. Suppose if we want a gold, and suppose I searched it in a medical store, how can I get the gold there? Suppose if you want a medicine, paracetamol, whatever medicine if you want, and if you are going in a gold shop, how can you get that medicine there? So we should have to search the thing which is there, which is on that platform. So we are searching happiness over here in this material world, and this world is Krishna speaks in the Bhagavad Gita. This world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. You will find here miseries only. This Sukha and Ananda, one of Prabhuji was speaking on this subject matter. Sukha and Ananda is different. We don't have an experience of Ananda. Whatever we experience here is a perverted reflection of that Ananda, bliss, and that is Sukha. So everyone is searching after happiness, but they don't know where the exact actual happiness lies. So we are searching it on a wrong platform. Okay. So I was speaking to one of my colleague that I was telling them object of our love is changing from time to time. See, object of our love is changing from time to time. No any single object in this material world will give you continuous pleasure. Even we can say that there is no potency in any material object here in this material world that will give you happiness. Because Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada. What happiness, what distress which we are experiencing, it is due to Matra Sparsha. It is due to contact of the senses to that object. Therefore, we are experiencing either happiness or either distress. Take an example of water. In the winter season, in the winter season, the same water is giving distress to us, and in the summer season, the same water is giving happiness to us. But water is water. The water have, it don't have an ability to give you happiness or distress, but it is due to contact of our senses to that sense object. We are experiencing either distress or either happiness. A same object which gives you happiness can give a distress to someone else. So it is a relative. So this world is a relative world, and the spiritual world is absolute world. That is the difference. So here everything is relative. We think that we are searching love here, because we are hankering for love. So many hankering after love, but we don't know where the love exactly lies. So what we experience here as a love is actually not a love. It is a perverted reflection of love. Therefore, even the love in this material world to someone, it doesn't last long. Take an example. The intensity of the love while marrying, the same intensity will not be there after 20 years. Why this is so? Because the object of our happiness changes from time to time. Therefore, we are hankering after happiness here. So we don't know where to place this tendency. So Acharya says that why this is so? Because our object is not permanent. And what should be that object? Krishna should be that object. We have everything in our life. We may have a nice wife, nice children, billions and trillions pounds or whatever rupees of money we have, we possess. We have so many material possession, but still that considered as a zero, because the material prosperity do not remove our real problems of life, and that is janma mrityu jara vyadhi, birth, old age, disease and death. If your money, whatever you are possessing, if it permanently removes your these problems, birth, age, old age, and disease. Birth is also problem. If you see in Garuda Puran or in a third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find the birth is also problematic. Birth is also problematic. Then death is also problem that cannot be removed. You cannot overcome the death by accumulating more and more material prosperity, accumulating more and more money. Is it possible to get out of this death? Therefore, Shankaracharya says, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jathare Sharinam. To take birth again and again, to die again and again, and that is the real problem of life. The problems of life will always be there. You can think right from birth now up to this age, the problems are there. People think that if we get, billions and trillions rupees, then my problem will be solved. No. You can think. The problem will always be there. It cannot be overcome by accumulating these material opulences. So this birth, old age, birth, death, these two are problems. Again, old age is also problem. This medical science is behind how to overcome this old age problem or old age. Everyone want to be, look very smart, very beautiful. So the medical science are advancing and they are giving some creams, just apply over its face, you will become very nice, very beautiful. So this is nothing but applying a paint over an old building. Just applying paint over the old building, it may looks like a new, but that is actually old. So this medical science are giving us false promises that by using this product, by using that product, you will look younger. Not possible, sir. This old age is there. That is the greatest problem also. Birth, death, old age, and disease. Diseases are always there. In 1970 or I think before that, plague was there. Plague was there. But now we have overcome that plague. Now we have other diseases like HIV and all these things. Now we may overcome this HIV, polio, then corona came. And there are too many diseases that will come. So this birth, old age, disease and death, these are our real problems of life. If anything, or if someone giving you guidance how to overcome these four problems of life, then that is intelligence. Dhimata. The word is there in Bhagavad Gita. Dhimata, intelligence. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is giving guidance how to overcome these four problems of life. And Bhagavad Gita starts with the inquiry of Dhritarashtra. Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yutsava, Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. This is the Dhritarashtra's inquiry. The Bhagavad Gita starts itself with an inquiry. So we were talking about Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita consists of 18 chapters. And one more thing I wanted to tell you. Okay. So this Mahabharata was wrote by Vyasadeva with the help of Ganeshji, and it took 3 years Vyasadeva to write this Mahabharata. Okay, and this Mahabharata was told in Swargaloka also, in Pitraloka, in Gandharvaloka, and on this earth by Vaishampayan Rishi to Janamejaya. So this is about the Mahabharata. Now the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, that is Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yutsava, Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. So Dhritarashtra spoke this first shloka. He is asking his secretary Sanjaya that Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre. Now that Kurukshetra is a Dharmakshetra. He is himself speaking that Kurukshetra is a Dharmakshetra. So we were talking about this religion and dharma. So dharma means inseparable qualities of the living entity, and that is to serve and to love someone. And this, if we place Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna, at our center of our life, then all these this nice wife, nice children, nice material opulences, wealth, everything is a zero, zero, zero. But if you put Lord Krishna in our center of life, then all these zero will have values. Just like putting one before all the zero, that digit will have a value, because 0, 0, 0, 0 means ultimately zero. But if you put one before that, then it will have value. Similarly, what is our real dharma? Savai pumsaha paro dharma yato bhakti rajokshaji. To render the service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, that is our real dharma. And Bhagavad Gita is speaking about dharma. It starts with that word itself, dharma kshetre kurukshetra. So Dhritarashtra is inquiring to Sanjaya, dharma kshetre kurukshetre, the place Kurukshetra, which is a worshipable place of pilgrimage, not for the humans but for the heavenly devatas also. So that Kurukshetra is a Dharmakshetra. Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Samaveta, Yutsava. Samaveta means assembled. Yutsava means having desire to fight. So Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Samaveta, Yutsava, Mamakaha, my sons, Mamakaha, Pandavascheva, and sons of Pandu. Mamakaha, Pandavascheva, Kim, what? Kim, what did they do? Kim akurvata Sanjaya. So he's asking, he's inquiring to Sanjaya. So Bhagavad Gita starts with inquiry. So what should be our inquiry? Because Dhritarashtra is inquiring for his selfish desires. Dhrita and Rashtra. Rashtra means. So he was too much attached to his throne. Dhrita means attachment. Rashtra means throne. So he was attached too much to his throne. Therefore, he is asking out of that. He is asking. His inquiry was related to his throne. His inquiry was related to his sons, because he wanted his sons to inherit his kingdom, not those of Pandavas or sons of Pandu. He wanted that my sons should inherit my kingdom. My sons should become, and Duryodhana should become a Raja, king, after me. So Dhritarashtra was inquiring out of his material affection. But what should be our inquiry? We are also attached to so many things. We are attached to our home, house, our material opulences. We have attached to our children, our wife. So we have also attached so many attachments, and we are also inquiring, or our inquiry is relating to these attachments. That is the thing. So we are also inquiring. What is the stock market condition today? How can I get a bigger post? How can I accumulate more and more and more money? That is our inquiry that we are doing always. But all these inquiries are related to this body, or all those inquiries are based on this bodily platform. So Dhritarashtra's inquiry was also related to this bodily platform. But what should be our inquiry? Mahabharata says, Ahara nidra bhaya maithunyancha samanyam etad pashubhir naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharmena hina pashubhir saman. Ahara means eating. Ahara nidra means sleeping. Ahara nidra bhaya means defending. Ahara nidra bhaya maithuna means sexual activity. So if you see anywhere any animal, the animal's life is revolving around these four: eating, mating, sleeping, defending. How can I eat? How can I mate? How can I sleep? How can I defend? The animals are always busy in these activities. And if human beings inquiry is related to only these 4 points, how to mate, how to sleep, how to defend, how to eat, then that human being also is animal. More nice term we can say a two-legged polished animal. That's it. But he is animal. So ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunyancha samanyam. These four things, eating, mating, sleeping, defending, these four things are uh, same in animal and human. Uh, but what is the speciality of human? Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. If the human being inquires about dharma, about his real duty, then there is a significant change. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. This religion, this religious duties makes human being distinct from animals. That's it. That is the main difference between animal and human being. The animal can't inquire, why am I suffering? Why am I here? Who am I? What is this material world? Who is God? And what is my relationship with the God? Who am I? These inquiries cannot be made by animals. But human being can make this inquiry. Therefore, the first aphorism of Vedanta Sutra, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now you have got this human form of life. Therefore, Athato, therefore, if you now you have got the human form of life, now you can think who you are, who is God, what is this material creation, and what is your relationship with the God, and what is your real duty. These inquiries must be done by the human being. If he is not inquiring these things, then he is simply two-legged polished animal. Now come to Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra is also inquiring, and we also have to inquire. But our inquiry should be connected with God, with Krishna. Who am I? What is my relationship with God? Who is God? What I'm doing here? What is this material creation? Is there any spiritual creation is there? So we have to make these inquiries. So therefore Dhritarashtra is inquiring at the place of Kurukshetra, which is a Dharma Kshetra. My sons and sons of Pandu assembled in spirit of fighting. What did they do? So the Bhagavad Gita starts with inquiry. Okay, so in nutshell, what we have seen what is Bhagavad Gita, what is a place of Bhagavad Gita. So it is a part of Mahabharata. It consists of 18 chapter, and in a Mahabharata also there are 18 parvas. So under the Bhishma parva, this Bhagavad Gita is there. So surprisingly, Mahabharata have 18 parvas, Bhagavad Gita have 18 chapters, and the battle fought was there. It was of 18 days. So this 18 number is there, common number. And then we saw what should be our real goal of life, what should be our inquiry, what is meant by dharma and what is meant by religion, that we have also saw, and we have seen, and then we have seen the Dhritarashtra's inquiry and our inquiry. The difference between animal and difference between animal and man, human being. So these things we have seen. So 28 minutes over. Okay, so we will see in another session. We will continue this verse. We have to see in this verse also there are other things we need to see. Okay, and then we will go on a second verse, then third, like we will go on. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can put there in a comment box. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.